I'm very pleased. It feels like I'm going back into my time machine to talk to the both of you. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
All right. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for having us.
What do you make of sort of the changing landscape of where TV shows and film are shot? Like the rise of Georgia as the new hub. I mean, I think there's more TV and film production in Georgia now than there is in California.
Yeah.
And, Vancouver, British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, still trying very hard to keep the production that they had, but it's really hard. I mean, what they're doing in Georgia is fascinating.
Well, it's difficult right now too, because since the strikes that happened a couple of years ago, the industry really contracted, and it hasn't filled out the way that it was before those strikes.
Yeah. Is there a role? Sorry, I want to go all over the place with you guys.
That's all right.
I want to pick your brains on stuff. We talk a lot on my show about how artificial intelligence is going to disrupt so many industries. Mm-hmm. And it feels to me on the outside looking in that there's probably a role for AI to play in film and television production. But as people who are in it, whose livelihoods depend on it, and who I have no doubt respect the craft of so many people who help make shows like yours happen, do you see a role for AI in the future of television production?
I don't know. I mean, I find it terrifying, to be quite honest. It's like a scary prospect that we may not have jobs in the future to some extent. But to surmise from last night, Marsha Green said she wanted to write from the heart and speak from the heart, and that's not something AI can do.
No.
So I don't think you can ever replace artistry.
No. But like in terms of like editing, for example, but I know that there are people who have built an entire career around that. However, I also know that, there were people who built careers over building bookstores, and then Amazon came, and that sort of, and same thing with the taxi cab industry, and there's a march towards the future that is in a lot of ways inevitable, and I think we all have to be part of our own cannibalization, if that makes sense. We have to like own and recognize that it's going to happen. And anyway, I just wanted to pick your brains on that and see what you thought.
I was watching something just the other day, and they were talking about. So like Beverly Hills 90210, like Friends, or one of these shows that has a big catalog of episodes that have been created. There's an AI program that can take all of those 100 or 200 episodes and start creating new episodes from the content that it already has. Yes. And so a lot of these studios now are buying previously produced intellectual property, so that then they can spin it off and use AI in that way.
No.
But see, that's where unions come in. Like that's where the unions, that you wonder what how vital they are. This is where they prove their mettle, right? To get in there and say, okay, if this is a new revenue stream for everybody who participate in the original, we can get behind it. We can start advocating for that. But for somebody to just come in and take it and profit off of it without you guys and everybody who built it getting a piece of it, that's where I have a problem.
And it also seems so wrong, because that's a character you created. You feel like you would have some sort of ownership over it.
But you don't.
But you don't.
But you don't. That's
you don't in any way.
But that's exactly what the strikes were about.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what everybody was fighting for a couple of years ago.
Wasn't there an issue years ago with the cast of 90210? Was it related to, I think it was like DVDs or something like that? Wasn't there?
I don't remember that. The one sad thing that happened with Beverly Hills 90210 when they actually released it on DVD is they replaced all the music and all the original great needle drops that we had on that show. It's all like elevator music now.
Really?
Because they didn't
secure the rights.
They didn't secure the rights in perpetuity and in all forms, right? So they only got it for VHS. So the VHS copies have the original music, but the reason the show took so long to put out on DVDs because they had to replace all the music.
Can I be honest with you? Can I give you like a confession? Because I don't think I've ever told you this. You were the reason I grew sideburns for the first time, but like the hair wasn't thick enough,
right?
And my mother thought I would be embarrassed, so she penciled them in before I would leave the house.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Like it's the second time someone said that to you today.
Yeah,
I had no idea that you were the sideburn.
No,
revolution.
the sideburns were nothing until he came in. Seriously, like. But you were like the tip of the sword, right? Like it was a whole thing for guys.
Yeah.
There has to have been a conversation about whether or not you were going to have those sideburns on the show. There had to have been. There's no way you just had carte blanche to show up with something nobody else was doing.
I just showed up with them, and nobody.
You just showed up with Sideburns, and nobody batted an eye. Nobody said, "Well, that's new.
What?
That's different.
What are you doing?"
Yeah.
No, nobody said a word.
Did you realize in the moment what you were doing for guys?
I was trying to bring back Sideburns. I literally was.
And it worked somehow. I want to do it. It's another thing to actually do it. And they stuck around. I mean, they're still today. Like, that's a huge deal. Did you ever bring them back?
Did I ever bring
No. Recently, do you ever just, because you could just, for Halloween,
I could.
You could bring them back, tuck in your T-shirt, roll up your sleeves, right? Wear one of those flashy belts that's a little too long, boot cut jeans, and then there you go. You're back. You're back.
That belt was a belt that I actually got at Nudi's Rodeo Taylor on Lankershim Boulevard, and I wore that thing forever.
Yeah.
I wore it until it fell apart, that thing.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much. I want to congratulate you on being reunited. I know it's making a lot of people happy. And when the show premieres, I hope to get to chat with you again.
Awesome. I look forward to it, Ben.
Thanks so much for watching the show. Now, if you enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode of The Ben Mulroney Show.